Hey folks, this is Dale with rivercountryland.com. We are back out here on Britton Hill Road at the intersection of Britton Hill and Union Hill Road. I say back out here because I did a video on this property not too long ago and I sold it. And the folks who bought it saw another property of mine that they wanted and they decided to trade to it. So that is something I do for folks. There's the Union Hill Community Church sign. If you made it out here for the right location. Like I said, this is something I do for folks who buy property from me, who are in good standing. I repeat, who are in good standing. If they want to switch to a different property that I have, I will do that. I don't like to do it a whole lot, but I will do that for folks. I got an important update about this property that I want to share with you guys so that you know what's going on out here. Here's where the previous customer kind of built a lane into this property. That's not the update, but they kind of made their way where they could put their camper out here. And I'm making the assumption that they came out here and camped for a few weeks, months, whatever. In their off time, they weren't out here permanent. But anyway, the update about this property is there's a power pole right here, right by my truck there. And down here is the other end of this property. I don't know if you can see that purple flagging right about here. So the neighbor contacted me, the neighbor over here, and asked if I would sign a waiver where he could put electric through the property here. So you have to give the electric company an easement. And then you got to allow them to take out all these trees, which there's a nice white oak right there. And another nice big oak tree right here. But the neighbor asked me, and I said, no problem. And I did that not because I want my trees cut down on this property, but because it's the right thing to do as a neighbor if you're going to, live out here and own property. And I mean, I've had situations where I've had bad neighbors and it's not good. And I don't want to be a bad neighbor. So, when he asked me, I just said I'd do it. And we had to sign some paperwork. And so they're going to be clearing probably a good 30 feet of the front of this property. The good part about that is, from what I understand when I talked to the engineer, is there is going to be a pole on this property. And for those of you who have ever tried to get electricity turned on in the property or try to get electricity brought to a property, you'll know how important that is, and that it's expensive. Utilities don't come cheap these days. So that's the good part, Hopefully, all things go as said. There will be a power pole on the corner of this property right down here. So I even put up a stake here to show the engineer from North Arkansas Electric where the property ends. And so if you guys come out to look at this property, you'll see this. Right here. So that brings up a good topic. You know, you guys be good neighbors. Be good neighbors to your people around you. Be good to your people around you. I know some neighbors can be difficult sometimes, but I think it's more important now, more than ever. Just at least be good to the people who are around you, you know. Your family, your friends, your neighbors. And so, like I said, a lot of these trees are going to be taken out right here on the corner. They're going to, I assume, start from that power pole right there and come across the road and all along the front of this property will be cleared out. And it'll look kind of like the front of this property over here. So, not a terrible thing, not a bad thing. And, you know, and our neighbors are happy. And I'm sure that'll go a long way to whoever owns this property next. You get along with your neighbors. And that's a good thing. So, you guys, I'm going to put this video on my website if you want to see the video I did previously. I'm going to put this video on my website on that page. It's like basically 2 acres out here. So you guys check it out. You can watch the old video after you watch this one. And if you have any questions, my name's Dale. My phone number is 870-955-0099. The website's rivercountryland.com. My email address is dale@rivercountryland.com. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.